Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Morgan reacts to reports international merchants blocking local sales. Minister with responsibility for information Robert Morgan has reacted to growing complaints that international merchants have blocked sales and discontinued online transactions with local customers. The move is reportedly in a bid to clamp down on fraudulent transactions. But Mr. Morgan, who was speaking at a post-cabinet press briefing on Wednesday, said he did not have specific details about the reasons for the measure. The minister, however, suggested that Jamaica need to work harder to rebuild the trust that people have for us by not promoting, endorsing, or engaging in particular activities that may cause other countries and administrators to start looking at us in a particular way. He said the government has had discussions regarding corresponding to banking and grey listing. Discussions are also taking place within CARICOM with Jamaica's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, a part of those talks to normalize our international banking relationships.
But there are growing complaints online in terms of vendors not accepting cards from Jamaica in terms of purchases and online transactions. Has this been brought to the attention of Minister Green, and are you in dialogue with the Finance Ministry and the parties to remedy the situation?
A lot of this has to do with current practices that have evolved in our society, such as scamming and other online fraud. There is also issues related to correspondent banking, which is also a part of some of the challenges that we face as a society. Being grey listed in particular jurisdictions has really limited, in many cases, the ability of Jamaicans to do transactions internationally. But I think Jamaicans need to understand that the actions of some of our countrymen will have impacts on our personal lives. I personally have seen some of the conversations online. Persons are not able to pay using their credit card on particular merchants. A lot of these things have to do with trust. How much do people trust the systems and the persons from particular jurisdictions who they are doing business with? And I think as a society we have to work harder to rebuild the trust that people have for us by not promoting, endorsing, or engaging in particular activities that may cause other countries and jurisdictions to start looking at us in a particular way.
Distraught mother says they took away baby after repeated bite, searches for answers.
Explain to me how you're feeling. What are the emotions?
I can't sleep at night. Every night I have to call the hospital or 5, 6, 7 times. My baby's okay. And how she doing? My other daughter keeps crying to me that she needs her sister back home. I'm not used to my baby away from me. All I need is my child back home. She's going through so much. And she's healthy and okay. Nothing is wrong with her. For them to have my baby in there.
Warmington Knighton Hilton to Riverton City Dump calls him a cushy lawyer again. Member of Parliament for St. Catherine Southwest, Everard Warmington, on Wednesday, verbally attacked the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew West, Anthony Hilton, telling him the only place you're fit for is Riverton City, the dump. This happened during the sitting of the House of Representatives. Interestingly, the Riverton City dump, which is the largest waste disposal site in the country, is located in Hilton's constituency. For a good measure, Warmington, who is infamous for his outbursts, also repeated what it appears to know his favorite description of Hilton, again calling the opposition MP a squashy lawyer. Squashy in terms that refers to a black person, usually male, who is of little or no significance. In October 2021, Warmington was upbraided by the Deputy Speaker of the House, Juliet Holness, for referring to Hilton as a squashy lawyer, while claiming that Hilton has never won a case in court. He told Holness that he would not withdraw the statement unless Hilton could point to the case he had won in the courts. Hilton would oblige the following week and refer to the landmark case of Shanit Mary versus the government of Barbados before Caribbean Court of Justice, in which his client, Mary, prevailed. Wednesday's outburst by Warmington, who is also a member without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation with responsibility for works, followed some off-mic comment by Hilton after the Speaker of the House, Marissa Davenport-Filbert, had upbraided members of the late state start the sit-in that was almost derailed because of lack of quorum. Stunned by what Hilton said, Warmington, who was late, but who is usually one of the most punctual members, shot back with "Don't you ever dare to do that again." Ignoring the Speaker's plea for him to calm down, Warmington added, "Anybody can say that except a squashy lawyer, so don't you do that again." With half smile and a frown on his face, Hilton waved off the comments as an enraged Warmington proceeded to liken him to the Riverton City dump. "The only place you're fit for is Riverton City dump, so you don't ever do that, disrespectful and rude," Warmington added. When he responded last year after he recalled a squashy lawyer by Warmington, Hilton noted that the description was an act which is done outside of the presence of this honorable house he would have paid dearly for. Continuing, Hilton said, "Nor do I think is likely to mend his ways as a serial abuser of the House privileges, and he is simply incurable and will continue to hide behind the protection given to him by this standing order, even as he continues to abuse those with privilege." St. Andrew chef pleads guilty to murder of 15-year-old girlfriend. A St. Andrew chef who pleaded guilty in the 2017 murder of his 15-year-old girlfriend, Seaview Garden St. Andrew, is to be sentenced on November 29. Amarfia Weather, 31, pleaded guilty on a plea deal to murder when he appeared in the Home Circuit Court on Wednesday. However, he pleaded not guilty to illegal possession of firearm and illegal possession of ammunition. Fairweather, who was captured in Clarendon in 2020, murdered Jose Martin Technical High School student Dennis Hume at her home after she sent him a text message ending their relationship. About 3 p.m. on December 21, the teenager was at her home with other family members preparing for Christmas. Fairweather entered the yard and was seen going inside Hume's cousin's room with a pistol. Shortly after, a loud explosion was heard. When family members rushed into the room, the student was seen on the ground with blood running from her head, while Fairweather was seen standing over her with a gun in his hand. When asked why he killed her, he denied the allegation, stating that she killed herself and was an idiot. He was then asked if she was dead, and he replied, "She must dead." Fairweather then retrieved a spent casing, put it in his pocket, and fled the area. PM insists no political interference in selection of NHT beneficiaries. Prime Minister under Holness sought to assure the public that there is no political interference in the selection of beneficiaries of the National Housing Trust (NHT). He was speaking Wednesday morning at a handing over ceremony for 30 units in Phase 1 of Roseneath Park development in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. Mr. Holness said he has often been asked by people to help them get a house, but he is very clear to them that "I have absolutely no powers in determining who gets a house that the NHT is putting on the market." He adds that he has given clear directives to the political directorate that no one should ever seek to interfere or try to exercise any influence on how beneficiaries are selected for houses. The Prime Minister insisted the NHT process is transparent and easily interrogated, so if you have the points, you meet certain criteria, you will get the house. The NHT has acquired 140 two-bedroom units in the development. 70 will be delivered under Phase 1 of the project. The units were being sold at a cost of $12.5 million. Mr. Holness said, though he considered the cost reasonable given current market conditions, it is above the price point for affordable housing unit. He said the government had initially aimed for a point of affordability of $8 million, but because of the increase in steel, lumber, cement, and shipping prices due to the pandemic, government is now targeting house prices in the range of $10 million. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell